Today, I'm going to be discussing the top 10 richest rappers of all time. This list is based off estimates, meaning the data will not be 100% accurate. Let's get into it. Number 10, Lil Wayne, $170 million.
Baby, you gotta know that I'm just out here doing what I gotta do for me and you.
Wayne has been mainstream within the rap industry since 1995. And he's only 40 now. During this late 2000s, early 2010s stage of his career, everything he touched turned to gold, or in his case, platinum. But despite all of this, he had the work ethic, the hard-working nature to back it up. He basically freestyles his whole catalogue. It's incredible. He freestyled a milli, he freestyled 6 foot, 7 foot, he freestyled 53 songs in one night. I don't think anyone can touch him in that regard, ever. Never ever. Not even Eminem, the king of freestyle, nor Notorious. But in a recent interview, Weezy has claimed that he didn't even have close to that estimation, 170 million, not even close. However, the valuation comes down to assets and everything owned, including cars, property. So this isn't just based off liquid cash that the rapper has to hand. But with this work ethic, mainstream appeal, and longevity, it was only inevitable that he would become one of the richest rappers of all time. The number 9 spot goes to Master P. $210 million.
Call me Master P, I got it 2 for 3. Call me if you need some D.
Master P may not be the technically best rapper. In fact, he's probably quite far away from that. But what he did, and what he did well, was play the cards that he was dealt. Whilst other rappers at the time would have labels putting out their music, P would put the music out himself. This meant that the label couldn't take their massive percentage, their royalties. But not only this, Master P put his work out frequently. Everyone talks about how hard working Tupac was in his prime. 3 amazing albums in 2 years. But Master P put out 11 albums in 10 years. 2 of 3 of Pac's albums were some of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. And none of Master P's albums probably cracked the top 1,000. That's mad, you know. That is disrespectful as. But hey, you can't take away from Master P's originality. Has anyone heard his incredibly unique album? Only God Can Judge Me. See what I mean? Despite this, P made the majority of his money from being an entrepreneur. Real estate, stocks, films, music, and television production. Though he may not have been the best rapper, as I keep saying, he was definitely smart and knew how to play the cards he was dealt. That's how he made his $210 million. Number 8, Eminem, $250 million.
I'm Slim Shady, yes I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Eminem began rapping at the age of 14, quitting school after he failed the 9th grade for the 3rd time. He would use music to channel his creativity to escape from everything that was going on terrible in his life. This would allow him to create a big name for himself in the hip-hop underground. He came up thanks to his incredible freestyling abilities. Big up proof. In 1997, Eminem would participate in the Rap Olympics. He placed 2nd, which was incredible considering white rappers had no respect within hip-hop at the time. But this didn't matter. He needed a win and he just didn't get it. Pushed to his limits. At rock bottom, someone would ask him for a tape and just tossed it. But what he didn't know was this person worked for Jimmy Iovine, who would then hand the tape to Dr. Dre. When he received the call from Dr. Dre, he thought it was just a prank call from one of his mates. Dre placed his name, his brand, his respect on the line, signing Eminem. An incredible underdog story, really. Imagine if Eminem never made it to the Rap Olympics. The number 7 spot goes to Pharrell Williams, $260 million.
Shake your money maker like somebody about to pay you. I see you on my radar, don't you act like you afraid of
Pharrell is mainly known for being a singer-songwriter, but he did take a turn as a rapper, meaning he has to be included on this list. He's also heavily known for his R&B duo, the Neptunes. Their impact on the industry was incredibly felt, as it's reported that 43% of the songs released in 2003 were produced by Pharrell and the Neptunes. That's impact you can't buy. Following this, they will produce the Snoop Dogg song, Drop It Like It's Hot.
Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
Pharrell would also provide the vocals on the track, which would lead to his first massive hit. Following this, he would begin rapping, providing vocals for the ludicrous track, Moneymaker. But rapping didn't stick for him. His rapping vocals wouldn't do numbers like his singing vocals would. Because he could create smash singles with his singing vocals and excellent production, he began to go back to what he knew. This led him to create Happy in 2013, which would overall lead him to becoming a household name. The number 6 spot is everyone's favorite rapper, Drake.
They go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide.
Whilst he definitely cannot be considered one of the technically best rappers, he's definitely become one of the most popular rappers of all time. In 2011, Drake was respected thanks to releasing the critically acclaimed Take Care. But the respect for Drake didn't really last, especially within the more dedicated hip-hop fan base. This is because he would ditch the art for more commercial songs. Examples include Hotline Bling, Way Too Sexy, and, God forbid, Tootsie Slide. It's just a meme, innit? These songs have overall led to Drake being considered a meme rapper, much like Snoop Dogg in a way.
Da, 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G.
You can't compare Snoop to Drake. Snoop's a legend, Drake's. If you want to consider him a legend, you can. This has led him to claim he has more hits than the Beatles, but he doesn't even have the most hits out of every rapper. Eminem has more hits than Drake. To be fair to him, he never would have reached this level of success rapping as he was in the Take Care era. So fair play to him. The number 5 position goes to Berner, $420 million.
More guapo, yeah, they love me like Chapo. Pull up with the Top Gun, Cuddy call me Pablo.
Many probably don't know Berner, and I don't blame you. He's not the most internationally recognised rapper. This is because he made the majority of his money from creating a $500 million cannabis empire. This story traces back to when he was 18 and he would set his eyes on rap. Entrepreneur from the start, he decided to found his own label in 2007. He would begin to sling his cannabis brand, cookies, to friends he made within the business, such as Wiz Khalifa, who would also shout out cookies on some of his songs. He decided to join Wiz Khalifa's label in 2012. This allowed him to network heavily, touring with the likes of Joey Badass and A$AP Rocky. This platform allowed him to market the product as he would create Cookies merch. He would wear this merch in every single music video that he would appear in. Berner opened his first Cookies dispensary in 2018, which has led the business to being valued at $500 million today. Number 4, Kanye West, $500 million.
No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours.
Forbes estimates it's at $398 million. For all I know, he could be dead broke and he shouldn't even be on the list at all. Ye became the face of the culture after his debut album, The College Dropout, in 2004. After this, he would begin to release an incredible discography, which was incredibly influential. But in 2016, it was reported that he was $53 million in debt. He was so desperate for money that he begged Mark Zuckerberg to invest $1 billion into the brand that is Kanye West. However, it wasn't Mark Zuckerberg that would save him from this crippling financial debt. It was Adidas. Adidas took the brand that was Kanye West and collaborated on an incredible shoe, which released to unprecedented success. This reportedly made Ye's net worth up to $6.6 billion. But then he made some anti-Semitic comments and did some overall weird stuff in the media. This would lead to his reputation ruined, his wife leaving, Adidas abandoning him, and his net worth going down to a fraction of what it was. Around 1/20th, that's mad, you know. At least he took his own advice on Gold Digger and got a prenup. To be fair, you probably get more money off Kim. Imagine losing all that 1/20th of what you are and still number 4 on the list. Number 3, I couldn't forget about Dre, $550 million.
It's still Dre Day, AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot.
Dre is the king of production, from Straight Outta Compton to the Chronic albums to In The Club. Many would claim that he's the most influential hip-hop figure of all time, including myself. Despite his incredible music career, the majority of his money came from the creation of the incredible Beats headphones. In 2014, Apple acquired Beats for $3 billion, and because Dre owned a 25% equity stake within the company, he got $750 million. And it is reported that he became hip-hop's first billionaire. This wasn't exactly the case, as he didn't even get $1 billion from the deal. Despite once having a valuation of $800 million, Dre has been spending a lot in recent years. This includes a $70 million music academy in partnership with Jimmy Iovine. This also includes a $40 million purchase of Tom Brady's LA mansion. He also had to hand over $100 million in settlement to his ex-wife. A bit muddied there, isn't he? And despite his obvious commercial appeal, Dre has become one of the most influential and respected figures within hip-hop of all time. Yeah, there has only ever been 3 hip-hop billionaires, and now only 2 remain. The first billionaire on this list is our number 2 spot, Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him.
I'ma win cause I'm too smart for these cats while they making up facts. You making up facts.
$1 billion. He's only just hit it as well. Diddy's foundation of wealth originates from founding Bad Boy Records in 1993. He rose to fame through the management of the late and great, the notorious B.I.G. Biggie would make incredibly popular hits such as Hypnotize, Juicy, and Big Papa. He would feature Biggie on his lead single for his album No Way Out, called Victory. He would even make the song I'll Be Missing You after Biggie's death, which was an ode to Biggie, which featured Biggie's wife, Faith Evans. At the height of its relevance, the company would be worth $100 million. Beyond this though, Diddy earned the majority of his wealth through investment opportunities. This resulted in Forbes naming Combs the top paid musician of the year in 2017 at $130 million. Finally, Combs became a billionaire in 2022. The way things are going, he's probably gonna be at $2 billion within the next 10 years.
And the winner's hoes. First of all, I want to thank my connect, the most important person with all due respect.
In his own words, he's not a businessman. He is the business. The brand Jay-Z is known internationally. In 1996, he released his debut album, Reasonable Doubt. But after this, there was a clear transition within his work. From his clear mafioso roots to clear commercial ties. It's all thanks to Diddy, our #2 spot, isn't it? For influencing tracks like I Know What Girls Like. Yeah, probably Jay's worst song. However, this wasn't necessarily a bad thing, as this would lead him to putting out consistent albums, quality-wise. His work is the perfect contrast between technical ability, lyricism, and commerciality. The Blueprint had Heart of the City You Don't Know, whilst I had Izzo, Song Cry. Strange how that works, it's a perfect divide. He's a smart guy. Jay-Z became hip-hop's first billionaire through his smart business ventures. His business ventures include his clothing line, Rockaware, but he would take a further look into his success in the 2017 song, The Story of OJ.
I bought some artwork for $1 million. 2 years later, that shit worth $2 million.
I think what makes this success particularly extraordinary is the fact he's been central to the careers of many artists, including Rihanna, Kanye West, who's on this list, and J. Cole, 2 of which are billionaires. All were billionaires. Not anymore, Kanye's not. Riri is though. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you didn't enjoy the video, please feel free to leave a comment down below telling me why. I'd appreciate that feedback too. Until next time guys, see you in a bit.